President Biden was in Normandy today to remember our great heroes. You know, Donald Trump in 2018 infamously opted not to visit the graves of American soldiers in France because he didn't want to get his hair wet. And also, he called them suckers and losers. That's not a joke, even though the only thing that he ever stormed was Daniel.
In the volatile landscape of American politics, few rivalries have been as publicly contentious as that between former President Barack Obama and his successor, Donald Trump.
You watch the debate and you watch Donald Trump. Do you ever laugh? Do you ever actually laugh?
Most of the time.
This tumultuous relationship reached new heights of public drama when Obama's remarks about Trump, made during separate interactions with comedian Jimmy Kimmel, sparked an intense reaction from Trump. Although Obama did physically appear on Kimmel's show, his statements were devastating enough to trigger a fiery response from Trump, highlighting the deep-seated animosity between the two figures.
Truth of the matter is, actually, Trump hasn't gotten a lot. He's torn some stuff down. There's no law that he's passed that is transformative in this country. He passed a tax cut to give away some more money to rich folks, which Republicans have been doing that for years. But you can't name a piece of legislation that he's done that has actually changed the country, even for his own constituencies. So it's always easier to tear down than build up.
The political sphere was set ablaze when former President Barack Obama took to the public domain to share his candid thoughts on Donald Trump.
So in between tee-offs and so-colds, Trump sat for a chat with the gang at Fox and Friends, who provided 6 very warm and friendly shoulders for him to cry on.
I have a wonderful wife who has to listen to this stuff all the time. They do that for this reason. They do that, all these salacious names that they put in, they put this stuff in to create havoc. These are bad people. I know everything they're doing. I know every move they make. I get it. It's tougher. I think it's probably, in many ways, it's tougher on my family.
In a separate but equally impactful interaction, comedian Jimmy Kimmel echoed these sentiments, amplifying the reach and resonance of the critiques. These events, though occurring in different settings, combined to deliver a significant blow to Trump's image, prompting a characteristic eruption of anger and defensiveness from the former president. This incident serves as a microcosm of the broader and ongoing feud between the two men, a feud that reflects larger issues within American politics and society.
There's a vicious rumor floating around that I think could really hurt Mitt Romney. I heard he passed universal health care when he was governor of Massachusetts. Someone should get to the bottom of that. And I know just the guy to do it. Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier.
Barack Obama, known for his typically measured and composed public demeanor, broke from tradition in a notable way. During various public appearances and interviews, he made several satirical and critical remarks about Donald Trump.
You watch the debate and you watch Donald Trump. Do you ever laugh? Do you ever actually laugh?
Most of the time.
One such moment came during a television interview where Obama admitted that he often laughed at Trump. This revelation, though delivered in a humorous tone, carried a significant weight. It was unexpected from a former president known for his dignified public image, and it sent shockwaves through the political world.
By the way, when Obama went on TV to announce that they'd killed bin Laden, he spoke for 9.5 minutes. Trump yesterday did 48 minutes on this. And for further comparison, we thought it might be fun to mash up Trump's speech about al-Baghdadi with Obama's about bin Laden, and we were right, it was.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
In a separate but equally impactful scenario, Jimmy Kimmel, a prominent late-night comedian and talk show host, picked up on Obama's sentiments and amplified them.
This is supposed to be a nonpartisan event. It goes back to 1953, and every president since Dwight Eisenhower has been to the prayer breakfast, including President Obama, to whom Trump loves to compare himself. So for comparison's sake, we did that too. And this is what it's like to be at a prayer breakfast with President Obama versus President Trump.
Let us pray to God that we may be worthy of the many blessings he has bestowed upon our nation.
They hired a big movie star, Arnold Schwarzenegger, to take my place. And we know how that turned out.
Sometimes we talk about respect, but we don't act with respect towards each other.
When they impeach you for nothing, then you're supposed to like them. It's not easy, folks.
I'm not alone in my success. I succeed because others succeed with me.
And sometimes they hate people. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm trying to learn. It's not easy.
Kimmel has long been a vocal critic of Trump, using his platform to highlight and satirize Trump's actions and statements. His commentary, often laced with sharp wit and pointed humor, resonated with a wide audience, further cementing the public perception of Trump as a figure of ridicule.
Did you ever actually watch that Access Hollywood Billy Bush tape? Did you ever sit?
I did.
You did?
I saw it, yeah.
Where did you watch it? Did you watch it on TV? Or?
We were in Chicago. I think I was just coming out of an event, and somebody just showed it to me on their phone.
And at that moment, did you know that it was going to be as notable as it turned out to be?
Well, I didn't you?
One of the most significant points of contention highlighted by Obama was the infamous Access Hollywood tape. In the tape, Trump is heard making highly inappropriate and lewd comments about women. Obama's response to this controversy was both serious and critical. He underscored the gravity of the tape's content and questioned Trump's suitability for the presidency. Furthermore, Obama used this incident to highlight broader issues of election integrity and the importance of humility and doubt in leadership.
You did not testify in person in this trial. There was a taped deposition of you from October, and you defended the comments that you made on that Access Hollywood tape about being able to grab women how you want. Do you stand by those comments?
I said if you're famous and rich or whatever I said, but I said if you're a star, you are, and I said, women let you. I didn't say you grab. I said women let. You know, you didn't use that word, but if you look, women let you. Now, they said, will you take that back? I said, look.
The Access Hollywood tape had far-reaching implications for Trump's candidacy. It cast a long shadow over his campaign, raising serious questions about his character and fitness for office. Obama's commentary on the tape served to amplify these concerns, presenting them not just as personal failings of Trump, but as indicative of deeper problems within his approach to leadership and governance.
Now, not to mention her in the same breath, but Hillary Clinton and her campaign of 2008 started the birther controversy. I finished it. You know what I mean. President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period. Now we all want to get back to making America strong and great again.
The animosity between Obama and Trump is not a recent development. It has roots that go back years. One of the earliest and most persistent points of contention was the baseless birther conspiracy theory promoted by Trump. This theory falsely claimed that Obama was not born in the United States and was therefore ineligible to be president. Despite being thoroughly debunked, the theory persisted, fueled by Trump's repeated assertions.
Hey, he's a Hawaiian.
He's a Hawaiian.
You know how to go shaka?
Do a shaka, man. Shaka.
You were born in Hawaii? Hawaii.
Yes, I'm
Okay. Do you have a birth certificate?
Yes, sir.
Lots of them. So how did you guys live in Hawaii?
Obama's response to the birther conspiracy was often marked by humor and satire. He used laughter as a tool to diffuse the tension and ridicule the absurdity of the claims. This approach provided moments of levity amid the ongoing attacks on his legitimacy and helped to undermine the credibility of the conspiracy theory. Obama's lighthearted responses, however, also carried an undercurrent of pointed criticism, highlighting the racist undertones of the birther movement.
Truth of the matter is, actually, Trump hasn't gotten a lot. He's torn some stuff down. There's no law that he's passed that is transformative in this country. He passed a tax cut to give away some more money to rich folks, which Republicans have been doing that for years. But you can't name a piece of legislation that he's done that has actually changed the country, even for his own constituencies. So it's always easier to tear down than build up.
In a more recent development, the public reaction to Trump's guilty conviction in a significant legal case added another layer to the ongoing feud. Obama did not hold back in expressing his satisfaction with the ruling. His reaction was seen as one of the most stinging criticisms yet, signaling a clear departure from the unwritten rule that former presidents should refrain from publicly criticizing their successors.
He has done done a good job, and I don't say good in a moral sense, but in an effective way. He's done an effective job at undermining institutions, of convincing people that whether it's our electoral process, our courts, our press, that all of these institutions are biased against Trump. And a lot of, I think, Trump's voters have now decided that they must be biased against them as well. I think that's mostly untrue, but it's a democracy. People are allowed to vote based on what they believe.
David Litt, a former speechwriter for Obama, added his voice to the discussion, highlighting the significance of the jury's decision. Litt's commentary underscored the unusual nature of Obama's harsh criticisms towards Trump and the broader implications of the ruling. The public's reaction to Obama's satisfaction with the guilty verdict was mixed, reflecting the deep divides within American society. There exists an unwritten rule in American politics that former presidents should not publicly criticize their successors. This tradition is rooted in the idea of maintaining a sense of dignity and decorum in the highest office of the land. However, Obama has, on several occasions, disregarded this rule, particularly during and after the 2020 elections.
Where does this stop? Are we going to start treating all Muslim Americans differently?
Obama's willingness to break this unwritten rule has been both criticized and praised. His harsh language towards Trump is seen by some as necessary and justified, given the unprecedented nature of Trump's presidency. Others view it as a departure from the norms of presidential conduct. Regardless of one's perspective, it is clear that Obama's criticisms have had a significant impact on public discourse and have further fueled the animosity between the two men.
And before I introduce him, I just want to say, when he was the doctor at the White House, they asked him, who's healthier? Who's a better physical specimen? Is it Trump or is it Obama? And he said, it's not even close. It's Donald Trump, not even close.
Donald Trump's disdain for Barack Obama is well documented and has been expressed in numerous ways over the years, from the birther conspiracy theory to derogatory remarks about Obama's policies and achievements. Trump has consistently targeted Obama with harsh and often racist rhetoric.
We have the UAE deal, which has been universally praised by people that aren't exactly fans of Donald Trump for various reasons. I don't know why. It can't be my personality, but they're not fans, right? And when I look at what we have, and I look at how bad he was, how ineffective a president he was so ineffective, so terrible, slowest growing recovery in the history, I guess, since 1929. On the economy.
Trump's attacks on Obama have included a wide range of derogatory remarks and baseless accusations. He has criticized Obama's handling of various issues, often resorting to personal insults and inflammatory language. These attacks have not only affected public perception, but have also contributed to the broader climate of political polarization and hostility.
Donald Trump would embrace my vision or continue my policies, but I did hope, for the sake of the country, that he might show some interest in taking the job seriously.
Obama has often used humor and satire as tools to critique Trump. This approach has allowed him to highlight the absurdity of Trump's actions and statements in a way that is both engaging and effective. Obama's witty remarks during public appearances have become a hallmark of his post-presidency commentary on Trump.
Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter.
One notable example of Obama's satirical approach was his speech at the 2016 White House Correspondents' Dinner. In this speech, Obama delivered a series of pointed jokes aimed at Trump, who was present in the audience. The speech was widely praised for its humor and incisiveness, effectively underscoring Obama's criticisms of Trump's character and behavior.
And Putin, has so little respect for Obama that he's starting to throw around the nuclear word today. You heard that, nuclear. He's starting to talk nuclear weapons today. I was waiting for that to happen, but We have a fool as a president. He said, we will never leave until there is complete and total victory. We might be there for a long time.
The public feud between Obama and Trump has broader implications for American politics and society. It reflects deeper issues of polarization, racial tensions, and the role of satire in political commentary. Obama's remarks about Trump are not just personal attacks, they are also a critique of the broader political landscape and the state of American democracy. As the nation continues to navigate these challenges, the voices of leaders like Obama and commentators like Kimmel play a crucial role in shaping public perception and discourse.